Hey, what's going on, crypto people? It is your boy, the Crypto Siege, with another day in the life and the crazy life that is cryptocurrency, guys. Good morning. I wasn't going to do a video, but I was thinking this morning, but gosh, I was taking such a beautiful drive. It was such a beautiful morning. Why not do one? But I wanted to just hop on here today. I hope you guys are having an awesome Sunday. And talk a little bit about just a couple of things. Number one is definitely Coil. I got to thinking more and more about Coil. I watched the Ethan Beard, I guess it's the Ripple Drops extended interview with Ethan Beard, and you know what I kept noticing is how often he mentioned use case XRP, doing this using XRP, doing that using XRP, doing this using XRP, like just saying it, like. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Using XRP. And when I think about that, I did a video. You guys heard me say I did a video the other day when I said that David Schwartz and Brad Garlinghouse tell you everything in parentheses, everything that you need to know in parentheses. You just got to pay attention and listen. And just listen to Ethan Beard during the Ripple Drops, the extended interview. I just think it like they're telling us everything. They're telling us everything. And what I got from that was Coil is going to be ginormous. Ginormous what Coil is going to be. And I think the idea of micropayments is going to really revolutionize payments. Revolutionize payments. And the idea that you can pay for stuff in seconds is going to be massive. But not just that, the idea that we don't have to wait a week or 2 weeks to get paid, that we can get paid that same day is going to be massive. And again, once the politicians and Trump, Mnuchin, whoever it is able to point that out to the world that can happen, it is game over. And again, you guys have always heard me say, if we know that, they know that. So once they get the word, once Mnuchin and or Trump or Powell, whoever it is, gets the okay to say XRP and Ripple, and they start talking about some of the things that we can do, that the XRPL can do, that XRapid can do, that Coil can do, that the ILP can do, it is game over. Game over. I remember, I'll never forget, I was sharing with some buddies, and I was telling them, I said, look, there's going to be time. We're not waiting for 2 weeks to get paid, or waiting a week to get paid. There's going to be a time when, we'll get paid. People are going to check in at 9 and check out at 5, and the money for the day will be in there. It's going to be massive, especially for young kids, college students. When you need the money today, I've always said the reason why people take those waiter jobs and waitresses jobs is because they get paid. They have cash going home. They got cash in their pockets. Now they're going to be able to do that in all different fields, all kinds of lines of work. That is coming. But the micropayments thing is going to be massive. And I discovered that in addition to that, I found out that instead of sending $1 million one time, it is actually more cost efficient and benefits you better to send 1 million payments of $1. That, my friends, is huge. So not only is the micropayments going to be huge, the fact that it's going to provide, I guess, a better return on your investment or more money, it makes it more cost efficient, less risk adverse doing it that way. Once that's discovered, once they get out, it's over. So I was thinking about why $1 billion? Why $1 billion? Why 1 billion XRP to Coil? And I think that Ripple knows that that's the game changer. Ripple knows that it is almost like, if not bigger, it is almost like just another Ripple company. That's how it's going to grow. And so Xspring is going to be, and what it's doing is just going to change the world. And the fact that they did $1 billion and grant to Coil is just, it is absolutely outstanding. So I don't know. I'm excited about that. The micropayments thing is absolutely exciting. And to hear Ethan Beer just, again, say use case for XRP, in this case for XRP, was like, wow. It's on. It is on. And the fact that they're going to put the SDKs and in that type, what is the other phrase? I forget the name of it. APIs, whatever, these ESD kits and the APIs. It's all about developers, bringing developers in and growing that, and so that is, I said Coil is going to be massive, but Xspring and what they're doing is like another Ripple company. It really, really is. And Coil and the micropayments is huge. So glad that someone stepped up and said, you know what? Yeah, we can do that. So just micropayments is just it's going to be the one ginormous case for XRP. But Xspring is, again, invested in so many companies, over $500 million. It's to come up with another ginormous Coil, right? Another thing. And the ideas are out there. You just got to find the talent of people to implement it and put it into practice. And so, but it's all around, so much of it is around XRP. It's just huge to think about that. It really is. And so I was in the Investment Perspectives Telegram chat the other day, and some people were talking about kind of like their strategies for how they're going to cash out a certain amount at $1 or whatever, and just keep the rest in for years, decades, whatever. And that is awesome. I think that's a plan. Better to have a plan than to have no plan. But I'm wondering about what the price is going to be and how I'm curious to see how people are going to react, because this bull run is going to be absolutely massive. It's going to be massive. Listen to the Modern Investor the other day. That dude I love him. He gets really, really excited when he thinks about that coming into the space. He believes it's going to be billionaires in this next bull run. Billionaires. Because for him, what's settled, in other words, physically settled in that Bitcoin space is, in fact, just going to drive the demand. He said he thought it was less than 1 million, like 1 million or less Bitcoin out there actually left. Can you think about that? Can you really, really think about it? Question for you, all you smart guys that, I know there's a lot of smart guys that watch this channel. If you own another digital asset, not Bitcoin, do you own Bitcoin? If you own Cardano, do you own Bitcoin? Interesting question. I say yes. Now, it seems as though, Bitcoin has these jumps, but when you think about it, and it does have nice volatile jumps, when you trade out another digital asset, you're trading it out for Bitcoin. So the altcoins, essentially, if you have ones that pop, they actually pop, they give you a greater return. So don't you actually get more Bitcoin that way? Right? So, think for example, XRP had that 30-something thousand return. I remember when Ethereum had this crazy percentage return. So actually, if you trade it out for BTC, you're actually getting more BTC that way. Isn't that right? So this is an interesting thing how it's constantly, get some Bitcoin because it's going to have some Bitcoin, and it's going to be in short demand. I think you get a greater return on the altcoins to get more Bitcoin. Interesting thing. So, I was thinking we got a little, saved up a little bit, and, got some money. I'm looking, the XRP bag is good, and the other bag, what's the other bag that the Brad Times group is always talking about? Gosh, I can't. Well, that bag is good anyway too. So, and I'm like thinking, what got some money saved up? What do I do to that? What would I do with that? Do I just get some Bitcoin? Every now and then I think, man, get some I think the deal is get some Bitcoin, let it rise up, take the extra cash, get some more altcoins, especially XRP. But anyway, so I was just thinking about, if your bags are set, really, what are you going to do with that XRP? I was looking at some cars the other day. Interesting. Looking at the Jaguar F-Type, and nice car. Nice car. I guess they got an F-Type R and they got an F-Type S, I believe. The S sounded better to me than the R. I guess it's because maybe they had that exhaust button depressed or pressed, and it sounded really, really good. And it's only 100 grand, so that's not bad. Like 110, 112,000, that's not bad at all, considering what you get. I've always liked the F-Type, and I've always liked the design. I was just really curious about the maintenance on that Jaguar. But the buddy of mine was saying, with the whole Land Rover thing now, and you're good. So we'll see. I mean, the Range Rovers are like outstanding cars, like outstanding, cars. So we'll see. What are you going to do with the XRP gains? What are you going to do with it? Have you thought about some stuff? Have you thought about where you're going to go? Where you're going to travel to? What are you going to purchase with those XRP gains? I think a very good thing to do would, is kind of diversify their portfolio a little bit. For me, I know that's what we're looking to do. We were big in the gold and silver in the beginning of getting into the digital asset space, and cashed it all out and got into the digital asset space. So I'm thinking with the pop, get back into the digital precious metals, back into gold, back into silver. Looks like silver is going to have a bigger percentage gain than gold will have. But also looking into real estate as well. Hope you guys are looking into that as well. Don't know which one yet. Commercial, more than likely that commercial thing. Learning a little bit more about that. But certainly diversifying the portfolio, have some income coming in, guys, some cash flow. I know real estate is can be great. Can be great for cash flow. But yeah, thinking about that, with those XRP gains, so many different things that can be done, guys. So many different things can be done. But the main thing is having, for me, the main thing is having investments that, spit out this cash, right? Robert Kiyosaki talks about having, the rich, they acquire assets that spit off cash. And we're going to be in a position, to be able to do that because of XRP. Certainly convinced of that. Absolutely convinced of that. But the modern investor was like he was so excited about the back thing and where he believed that Bitcoin would go. Unbelievable. Like, got me amped up. I was ready to take that extra cash and just go buy Bitcoin. I really was. I was tempted to do it. I didn't do it, but I was really tempted to do it. Absolutely, really, really tempted to do it. I gotta be honest with you guys. After talking with him, because I've seen it. I've had the Bitcoin, and I've seen the little quick $700-800 gains, and I've seen that. So I was really, really tempted to just say, okay, just do it there. Get some and just kind of whatever. This thing kind of haunts me about at least having one Bitcoin. But it got me to thinking, if you have digital assets that pop, you have some alts that pop. I mean, it's technically that's having Bitcoin. You traded it for Bitcoin. So, and you can, obviously, if the right ones pop, you can get a better return on that investment than you can, especially with XRP. Especially with XRP, especially. You know what I mean? So you smart guys out there, let me know. If you have the alts, let's say you technically on your Ledger Nano, you have 0 BTC, but you have alts, and those alts pop. Do you have BTC? I mean, what are you trading into? Right? What are you trading into? So it's an interesting thing, and I just think you're going to have better returns from the alts. Interestingly enough, I saw on my YouTube feed that CryptoLark, and I was kind of shocked by this. But CryptoLark did a video. I didn't watch it, but it was titled about alts having during this bull run, having their moment, that alts are going to do well. And I was kind of shocked to hear that, because he's such a BTC guy. So to hear him say that, at least titled in the video, that alts were going to have a good time during this bull run, was interesting. I don't I don't know why people question that. It may not be like last year or 2017, but it's certainly the ones with the real use case will certainly do that. Still excited about that VeChain though. I tell you what, this is certainly not financial advice. You definitely want to do your own homework and do your due diligence. But VeChain, man, I just think they're in their own lane, just doing their own thing, getting better and better and better at what they do. So really excited about that. So, and just to think that it's cheap, I don't know. Someone was saying that the VeChain Thor was going to be the thing that, that people are going to want, they're going to need in order to make the whole VeChain thing work. And I get that. And obviously if you hold VeChain, you get some VeChain Thor into your accounts, whatever, which is nice. I mean, I've had plenty of deposits of that, but just excited about what VeChain's doing. I like that the CEO gets out there. I wish that they had I don't want to say a better staff, but a more visible staff out in the marketplace that would definitely help with the project for sure. I always hear digital asset investors say he's got Cardano, he's got BTC, he's got XRP, so he's big on Cardano. He thinks Cardano is going to be the one for smart contracts that we shall see. The modern investor talked about Ethereum and its upgrades. So they got a couple of upgrades coming. I think one this year and another one first quarter of 2020. So it has having to do with Istanbul. So that'll be cool to see that as well. I just think, you look at that live coin watch, you see the top 3, top 5. I just think overall better returns on your money. There are better returns on your money than Bitcoin. And you could say that, they also, Bitcoin leads the market, absolutely. But they also, I think, give you a better return. So we'll see. We'll see what I do with that extra cash. Not much. We'll see what we'll do with that. See how that goes. We'll see. I'm looking at it, thinking about it. I know right now it's driving me crazy just to have that fiat money sitting around. Ugh. I want to have digital assets. I want that fiat money. So we'll see. We'll see what I probably make a decision on that today after thinking about it a little bit more and see what's up with that. But yeah, so that was exciting to see. The modern investor, if you guys aren't subscribed to him, definitely go check him out. That video, he was just so amped. Billionaires. He told a story on that video about a young kid, 47 million during this last bull run. 47 million. Wow. And now we're back being it. It's just, it's no telling where Bitcoin is going to go with, back now getting that final, not during the game. He believes $100,000 is the thing, Data Dash, if you haven't checked him out, you definitely want to go check him out on YouTube. He said the same thing. He said $100,000 per Bitcoin out during this bull run as well. So at 10, that's a 10x. At 10,000, it's a 10x if you have a Bitcoin. That's cool, because that's not bad. But 10x is cool. 10x that's a good return on your money, right? It really is, but I don't know. We'll see. I think the only thing that kind of drives me again a little bit is the demand for Bitcoin. That is going to be there because the millionaires are going to definitely want it, and they'll pay whatever they'll spend to get it. So we'll see. We shall see. I probably will just increase the size of the position and some other alts that I know are going to do well. I feel very, very confident going to do well. Again, if I believe you own the alts, you own BTC, I'd love to hear what you guys think. I know there is the risk that the alt won't make it, and BTC is going to do well. right, is going to do well. So tell me about the car you're looking at. Tell me about the house you're looking at. Where are you looking? I would love to hear that. I would love to hear that thing. I know it's funny, we were looking at Florida and Texas. We were looking at, and narrowed it down really to Texas and Austin, Texas. And, during this heat thing that we've been having, my girlfriend was like, we need more moderate climates. And Texas certainly is not that. So you think it's bad here. Texas is brutal. So we shall see. We shall see what's up. I mean, we can go wherever, but we were really digging Austin, the lifestyle and stuff like that. Really digging that, but we shall see. Where do you guys plan on going? Where do you plan on having 1-2 homes? Plan on having a summer home and a winter home? Are you planning to do that? It'd be nice to have a place, maybe perhaps in Belize or Costa Rica. That would be really, really cool. You're in a good spot, guys. If you're in this digital asset space and this new asset class that's being created, you're early. You're early. When you think about the global population, they don't even know what a Bitcoin is. My gosh, how blessed are we to be in this space and holding digital assets. I'm convinced that it's like having gold back in the day and having these precious metals. Being early in the precious metals asset class, if you understand what I'm saying. Being early in the whole commodity asset class, early, before the masses. That is, oh my gosh, when you think about that, is absolutely crazy. I'm just curious to see where this digital asset space is going to go. Because is it just going to be, the vast majority are just holding the digital asset? What is that going to do if everyone just holds it and waiting for bull runs? Like, what is it going to do? I just think that the digital assets that are actually being used, okay, you got to use this digital asset. Got to put it into the market for it to have value. Is going to be the game changer. Can't be just holding on to it. Then it's got to be in there. And I just love XRP and how that whole thing is turning out, being used. Now, I don't care about seconds that doesn't matter. All these use cases that Ripple, the company, is deploying through Xspring is ginormous. And I think that's going to come up on CNBC and MS and CNN and all the rest of them. Like, how is this digital asset actually being used? I mean, can't you hear them asking that question? And I think that these rich people are going to say the same thing. And I think once this get in the mainstream media and the financial advisors and these fiduciaries who are trying to explain this digital asset that is XRP or Cardano or Ethereum or EOS, like surely the person on the other side is about to, divvy up their assets and allocate it in a different asset, digital assets. You go, well, what does it do? Surely that question is going to come up, right? And in the beginning, these companies are going to be talking about the top 5. It'll be Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP for sure. Maybe Litecoin. I don't know. Litecoin has got its challenges nowadays, and they'll be able to explain it. And they're going to look at that and say, well, I don't know how long these clients are going to be able to look at XRP for under $1. I don't know how much time they got for that. But surely right now they're thinking, yeah, wow, look at all this use case, and it's 20-something cents. Oh my gosh. And if BAC does some other kind of futures besides Bitcoin, and if XRP happens to get in there as well, whatever they're going to do, that's going to be massive. Awesome. I don't know if they'll be able to do it, XRP. We shall see. We shall see. September is going to be crazy. The end of September, the first week of October is going to be crazy. I just think the run-up to this back launch is going to be ridiculous. I thought late last night, the XRP was at 27 cents now. So we'll see what's up. Let's see how that goes. We'll see what we'll do about that. But exciting times, guys, without question, to be in this digital asset space. And you hold the greatest digital asset ever created. And that is phenomenal. Guys, you hold something that the wealthy want to get their hands on. You hold it. You hold something that the world wants to get their hands on. Absolutely crazy. You throw in the fact that the geopolitical scene is crazy. Saw something earlier this morning about China not allowing more than $1,000 USD to travel abroad. Whoa. It's amazing. Government can just make a decision, put their foot on your neck. Man, that is crazy. That is crazy. Oh my, everything's coming together for the digital asset space. Everything is coming together. FedNow, FedWire, whatever they're going to call it, whatever they're going to do with it. Real-time gross settlement thing. XRP and Ripple and the ILP will be in there. Will be in there, in the foundation, within the framework of how everything is going to get played out. Absolutely exciting. Can't wait for when is quarter 4 starting? September? Is it September? September, October, November. Yeah, I think so. I think so. September, interesting thing. Quarter 4, things going to amp up. It's going to be a great Christmas. Are you looking forward to that? I think Christmas is going to be pretty good. Going to be pretty good. Right? It really is looking that way. It really is looking that way. Interesting. I saw something. Did you guys ever see this thing? I think it was on YouTube where they were saying that the Bitcoin, like every 2 years, added a 0 to how high it got. Did you guys see that? I saw that somewhere. Maybe it was on Twitter. That every 2 years or whatever, it adds a 0. So does that mean it's going to get to its all-time high? So during this bull runs. So I'm wondering, does that mean that it's going to get to 200,000? A BTC? All I know is we need the whole space to grow. The whole space to grow. And the alts will grow and do their thing and have better return on your money. But interesting time for sure. Absolutely interesting time for sure. I am going to check out Jungle Inc.'s video later today. I'm going to read that email. Apparently it had Bob Way in it as well. It was the video where he's talking about, the thumbnail had MoneyGram and Visa. He titled it something having to do with Visa as well. I got to go listen to that. You see what's going on with that. Love Jungle Inc. Does a lot of great stuff. Absolutely love that. So, yeah, Swell Conference is coming up. I was really thinking about going to Swell, but the problem is you got to get an invite. They don't let the regular worker bees. They don't let them in that thing. I was thinking it'd be nice to go to Singapore. That would be cool, but heck, if I can't get in, that won't be any good. I'm still, one of my bucket list things for sure is traveling to Japan, Singapore, and China, but especially Japan and Singapore for sure. So I was thinking I'd do the Swell thing, but then the digital asset investor reminded me, you got to get an invite into that thing. I don't want to be standing outside the door. I want to be able to attend. So anyway, I guess that's not going to happen. So, but anyway, where you guys plan on traveling when this thing pops? Tell me about the house you guys are planning to get. And are you going to do like a big time mortgage or not? I could have sworn I heard Scott say in Love for Crypto that I thought he said VeChain. Maybe he said DLT, but I thought he said VeChain and DLT, where there's going to be a way for you to have a different kind of mortgage. A different kind of mortgage. Well, I don't see how VeChain would be involved in that. So maybe he did say DLT. So tell me about that house, man. What is it going to be? What is it going to look like? What is that going to look like? Tell me about your portfolio. Love to hear what you guys are going to do in terms of your portfolio, your financial portfolio. Love to hear that. What assets are you guys going to acquire that spits out cash? You know, absolutely get excited about land and commercial property. Don't know so much about the whole, the houses and the tenants and all that. Don't know yet. But I guess if you're in a position to just pay, property managers to kind of go from there, it can work. It can work if you can make that work and manage that capital, because it is a big time debt management, right? Type of deal when you talk about homes, having multiple homes. But the cash flow is nice. You get those tenants in there, get that cash flow coming in. That is cool. That is a very, very cool thing. I was watching ITM trading the other day with Lynette Zhang, and she is like, stay away from any financial instrument that is involved around fiat money. That's interesting, right? And so, which is cool, because for me, my big things are precious metals and XRP. That's the big ones. But there's going to be, there's going to be a downturn in real estate, and being able to get real estate on the down low, on the cheap, certainly a smart thing. I know people like Gary Vee and a couple other people that I listen to, they're just stocking up cash, so they can be in a position to move. Man, what is it going to feel like for you guys when you're an accredited investor, right? Have you thought about that? Becoming an accredited investor, which I think is a $250,000 in income or $1 million net worth, and/or I think that's what an accredited investor is. Well, you guys are going to move into that status, right? Becoming an accredited investor. You guys thought about that, right? You guys thought about that, right? So we'll think about it. I know I talked about the Jaguar F, but that's only $110,000. It's not $300,000, and it's not the supercars. So $100,000, that's not bad. Get yourself one of those so that you can have it. My car almost sounds like a little Jaguar. But anyway, so tell me about that portfolio. Tell me about your guys' portfolio. Tell me about the house. You're gonna get one, you're gonna have a summer home and a winter home. Where you guys plan on living? You're gonna do something overseas, maybe in Belize or Costa Rica, the Turks and Caicos Islands. I don't know. That seems like overbought now, overpopular. I looked at the Belize. Belize not bad. Love to hear what you guys think. Hope you guys are planning to do something with the XRP gains. And I hope you definitely are looking into strengthening your portfolio, acquiring some assets to spit out some cash to you. Hope you're definitely looking to do that as well. But anyway, in either case, guys, exciting times for you. I hope that you feel absolutely blessed to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. I hope you feel excited about holding the greatest digital asset ever created. I hope you feel excited and good about you, that you have resolved. You have resolved. Strengthen your resolve through this bear market. Hope you get excited about that. Most people can't do it. And if you can do it here, you can do it anywhere. If you can do it in the digital asset space, you can do it in any area of your life. So be excited about that as well. But guys, listen, I'm going to wrap this video up. Thanks for hanging out with me. I definitely appreciate that. This is what I'll say to you. Never, ever forget that old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know. That the battle for you has already been fought. and the victory is yours. Let's go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.